All right, folks, we are very close to hitting 100,000 followers on Instagram. So I just thought I would make a live stream. I'm just going to use this as an opportunity because a lot of people have been asking me different questions and reaching out. Obviously, I am getting back to them all, but it's just the response rate is very slow. The most important thing is to realize that during these times, like a lot of people are like, are you not buzzing? Are you not celebrating? Are you not doing this? You're not doing that. One of the most important things to do is to not get too caught up in the highs and to also then not get too drove down in the lows, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many followers I have. I'm still the same person. I'm still the same. I'm not any different. I'm not any better as a person. Or yes, of course it is a milestone. Yes, of course it shows that I've done the reps. It shows that I've showed up. But like, I could get 100K, do a big massive celebration, and you can also lose 10K followers. You can also lose followers. There's no point massively celebrating. But the things that are worth celebrating are things that actually have impressed you, or things that you've done outside of your comfort zone. So like for me, obviously this is the week I'll be hitting 100K followers. But what I'm actually more impressed by is, and I'm more proud of, is the fact that I ran my first ever event. There were 75 people at it. I spoke on stage by myself for hours. That's the thing that had me like extremely buzzing. And no amount of followers can ever replicate that in-person sense and that in-person connection that you can give and that help that you can give in person. So that was a huge win for me. And yes, of course, I'm really, really happy with hitting 100K. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been following, everyone who has been supporting. If there is anything I can do to help, just make sure to shoot me a message on Instagram. I do get back to all my messages, just they do take a bit more of a while because of the fact there's so many people coming through. We also have so many coaching inquiries as well coming through too. But I still do, like, that's basically where all my time is being spent at the moment, just getting back to messages. So yeah, I'm no master, I'm no pro, but I got here to this point with business, with following, with everything I'm doing in person. So if anyone does have any questions in regards to social media, in regards to putting yourself out there, in regards to anything that you just need help with right now, just ask away and I'll take my time to answer the questions. I'm going to go for a run after this, my like running suit, my running outfit that I always wear, hence why I'm also wearing shorts. I'm going to go for a run after this, but yeah, any questions, folks, just fire away and I will get back to you in a wee second. And just before I begin answering them, one thing that I always tell people to do is, number one, if you are starting out in social media, focus on quantity first. So don't overthink quality. A lot of us wait for the perfect post. A lot of us wait for the perfect, all this to be perfect, or the location to be perfect, or for me to feel great to actually finally start posting. But what you need to do is just start throwing shit at the wall. And when you start throwing shit at the wall, you'll eventually find something that sticks. So you could upload once a day, every day for 14 days. You find the one post that's good, the one post that performed good. You ask yourself, why did that do good? And then you repeat that. And that's the process. You keep repeating that process over and over and over again. And sometimes it will just take a ton of time. Like, it took me over a year to hit about 3,000 followers, and then another year to hit 25,000 followers. And during that year, I actually gained followers really fast and actually lost followers really fast too. And then it took me 2 weeks to go from 25K to now up to 100K. Obviously, I haven't hit 100K yet. I'm just below it. So yeah, just realize like it will take long. Whatever it is you're building, whatever it is you're doing, whether that's your physique, whether that's your business, whether that's your body, whether that's your mind. Physique and body are the same thing, but you get the point. Whatever it is, sometimes it will take time, and you just need to accept the time that it's going to take, and then make the wins so they're a lot easier to get day in, day out. Make the actual habits that you do every day the wins. So stop saying, okay, I'm going to be happy when I lose this amount of weight. Instead, say, you know what? I will be happy if I hit my daily habits today. So bring it into the daily rather than thinking way long term. Just think, right, what do I need to do today to be a success, rather than in the next 6 months, I need to do this to be a success. So yeah, and like, I've spent a lot. I've had to spend a lot of money on myself too to do this too. Like, I've invested in different social media courses, different business mentors. I've spent over £100,000 on my own self growth, but all of it is worth it, and I'm so glad I did, because it's built me to the person I am today. It's how I'm able to do the things, and it's what's inspired me to take the action and get the results that I've got. Someone has asked, okay, if your family doesn't support you posting on social media, what's your advice? Well, it really goes down, like, what's the reason that you want to post on social media? Like, not all your family are going to support you with anything. Like, how many people here have had maybe they're fit, they're already fit and healthy, or they've got themselves a six pack, and their family are like, why do you need to do that? Why are you saying no to this? Why are you saying no to that? The thing is, you can't just hate on them for like hating on your goals or like judging your goals. Of course, it's not ideal, but at the end of the day, they don't fully understand why you're doing it. So you cannot expect them to understand it. Always seek to understand before you seek to be understood. So don't like throw hissy fit. Why don't you understand my goals? Explain it to them. Do what you can. If they still don't understand, just accept it. You know what? They're not going to understand it. I'm still going to do it anyway. Your family aren't always going to be on board with what you're doing, but you are your own individual soul. You're your own individual human. So if it is important enough to you, you'll do it anyway. You'll do it when the crowd is against you, and you cannot just point your finger. Oh, I would do this. I would get into great shape. My family just don't support it. My brother's not in shape, so I don't need to be in shape. My sister's not in shape. My mom's not in shape. We're just a family that doesn't get into shape. You can tell yourself that, and you can tell yourself that story, but it's not going to serve you. At the end of the day, there's people who have there's always been someone in a worse situation than you, with less resources on you, with less free time, with less money, whatever it is, that have still made it work. So don't forget that. Like, you can do it. There's no reason you can't. So you point the finger at something, there's always three fingers pointing back at you. Understand that. Yeah, do follow any storytelling method to structure the video or to increase retention. So it really depends. Like, people love a story. So if you are like doing a video, just talking to the camera, tell a good story. At the end of the day, whenever we were all cavemen, what did we tell our kids? We told our kids stories. People remember stories. They don't remember facts on a page. They don't remember being just told all this information. Tell people a story. That is the best thing to do. If you tell a story, boom, they'll remember. Even on these lives, I like to tell stories, which then engages people more. So yeah, but there's no like proper method, like if you think about it. But every story, like, you want it to start with like, okay, things are all okay, things get worse, things start to get better, and then the happy ending. That's the way most, just like the typical story, you know. Some say it started less than a month ago and growth is up to 3K. Quite slow in my opinion. Does it get better? If you started over a month ago and you've grew up to 3,000 followers, that's not bad. That's great. It took me over a year to get to 3,000 followers, and I actually started on my personal account, so I already had like roughly 1,000 followers just from following people and then following me back. If you did 3K, this is Fitsoul with an Onita. If you did 3K in a month, that's insane. That's really good. So does it get better? Well, if you've already done this, you best believe it's only going to improve and only get better. So well done to you. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Again, it took me 1 year to get to 3K. The next year, the first few months, I really grew. I grew up to like 14,000 followers. I then lost a couple thousand followers the next 6 months because I just focused on business. I sat around 12K, and then it took about like a week, 2 weeks to get to 25K. And then the next 2 weeks, or 2 to 3 weeks, I went up to just under 100K. So like, understand, like, you can be working for agency, no results, and then bang, in the next few weeks, you can see huge differences, huge results. Like, I like literally this time last week, I hadn't even hit 40,000. I was thinking, oh my God, I'll be class hit 40,000. I'm now just under 100,000. So like, it can change so fast. And if you've done 3K in a month, you're flying, Onita. You are flying. Folks, if you have any other questions, fire them over. I know there's a few. There's a few coming in. Someone said, perfect timing on. It was just in the middle of my mid-afternoon tug, dialed in. Beautiful, brother. Would you agree that weight loss is 90% diet, 10% exercise? I don't actually feel we can put a proper number to it, because it also depends what you define as exercise. It depends how much you do. Like, you can increase the steps, could be defined as exercise, and you could increase your steps a lot and your calories could be a lot higher and still lose weight. Whereas for someone else, they could have their steps really low and they just focus on lowering their food, and then it's more so food and less so exercise. It's person dependent. There's no like, you can't just throw a number at it. And of course, people will throw numbers at it to make sense. And that like, it 100% does help, because as humans, when we have numbers, we're like, that makes sense. But yeah, most people do not understand that it's more diet than exercise. Most of the time, gym isn't even the massive struggle for people. Like, it can be, and gym can also help. But the main thing is, if your diet's not in check, like, nothing will out. You all know this, guys. I don't even need to say this, but no amount of training will outwork a bad diet. I know plenty of bigger people who train every day. You could train every single day and see no results because your diet's not in check. So just be careful. Love this question. Thoughts on looks, Max? And so I'm I get why some people do it. If some people have felt ugly their whole life and they're really annoyed about how they look and really annoyed about how they've been treated because of the fact that they may have been ugly, that they end up looks max. And for me personally, I don't see a big benefit in it because I know a lot of people who, and I don't want to call someone ugly, but by society's standards, they don't have the most prettiest face. But because of the fact that they have confidence and they exert confidence and they have this energy around them, they're still able to a lot of people look max because they want more respect or they want more, they want to pull more, they want more, maybe more girls. Most people don't really care awfully about the looks. If you have confidence, that speaks so much further because most the lads at the bar are afraid to go up and approach someone and say hello. If you can do that, doesn't matter how much you looks max, you're already going to be ahead of the people, the pretty guy in the corner who's not speaking to anyone. Have a personality, be you, don't be afraid to be you, put yourself out there, get out of your comfort zone. It will work far better than looks maxing. And of course, yes, if you're there's small things like people would define losing weight as looks maxing, but like losing weight in general, yes, it improves how you look. If your face is fat, it can help with that. But also it will help with like your health and your confidence, and through showing up, the active discipline then can build your identity. So then that all goes into actually not just how you look, but how you speak, how you feel. So I would say, yes, get into shape. If you're not in shape, get into shape. That's going to help. Whenever you're doing things like bone smashing, it's like, no, fucking focus on you. Focus on actually being a real human. Bone smashing. No, like your wife is not going to marry you because of the fact you bone smashed your way to it. You're not going to do that. You need to just be a good person, be you. Bone smashing. Do not bone smash your way there. What is your goals? What's your end goals in terms of business, e.g., working completely remotely in another country? So, like, I could work remotely right now. I could work in any country I want right now because my business operates fully online. But I prefer being back here because of the fact that I get to see my clients in person. I get to run the events myself. I could get other people to run the events, but I just enjoy actually being here. So like the life I'm living now is actually what my initial goal would be. And of course it's about pushing more. So at the moment I just want to push, I just want to keep doing what I've been doing. I want to keep like helping more clients. I want to keep doing more live events. I did my first ever live event there on the weekend with 75 people at it. I want to keep those going. I want to keep those growing. I know I was speaking there about, I completely forgot. I know I was speaking about getting into shape instead of looks maxing. I 100% back that. Get into shape instead of looks maxing. If anyone does need some help getting into shape, I actually give out free meal plans just to help people and help my followers on their health and their fitness journey. So if you would like some free meal plan sent straight to your inbox, just message me the words meal plan and I will send that over to your DMs and they'll go to your inbox. So if you would like some free meal plans to help you in your health and fitness journey, boom, go there. Don't fucking bone smash away there. Eat good food, have a good diet. You'll look better, you'll feel better, you'll feel more confident. So yeah, if you'd like some simple meal plans, go over to my Instagram, message me meal plan. So yeah, as just to continue the question you asked me, what's my goal in business? It's just to keep doing what I've been doing. Be it like at the moment, I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy work. My goal isn't just to work so I can retire and end up on some beach and put my feet up. I don't see that as a fun way of living. Fun way of living is doing what I'm doing now. These lives are fun. I love helping people. I love doing that. So I just want to continue to do that just on a bigger scale. And like obviously get more people at these events, bigger events, being able to invest more in these events. I want to keep doing that and keep growing my following. So just keep doing what I've been doing. That is my goal. And of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make more money and a lot of money. There's a big shame about it in Ireland and the UK that like you're greedy if you want to make more money. If you're providing more value to the world and if you're doing more, if you're working more and you're being smarter with the work that you do, of course, like you get paid as a result to the value that you provide. So as simple as that. There's nothing. Don't let anyone shame you. And I used to feel like shame whenever I would make money, but there shouldn't be any shame about it. If you're doing it ethically, if you're helping people through doing it, or if you're working hard through doing it, then yes, like don't. Whenever you tell yourself you don't deserve something, like then you're not going to believe you deserve it. But yeah, just on that, I know that's something that I struggle with. I was like, oh yeah, I don't deserve to make this money. Well, at the end of the day, like, no, you deserve what you deserve. All right, I've got one good one. After how long did you feel 100% in front of the camera? To be honest, I still get a bit nervous before. Well, not nervous, but I'm still almost like, oh, what am I going to say in this live? I don't know. Like, I still get that voice in my head telling me not to press the go live button whenever I do it. And to be fair, Onita, I only started doing these lives about 3 weeks ago, and I've done them every day. And these alone I've been uploading content 3 years or 2.5 years, sorry. Those have helped my confidence in front of the camera, but they haven't truly, because whenever I'm recording a reel, it's like 30 seconds. You can script it. You can like think about what to say beforehand. Whereas these lives, they actually force me to talk off the cuff. It's very hard to fake something on this. So that's helped me. So I think in the last 3 weeks alone, because of the fact that I went live every single day, I'm actually doing lives twice a day right now. Also, the fact me going on stage also helped, because I had to talk off the cuff in front of 75 people. That's what's helped me. So for you, if you're doing social media content, yes, doing the reps will improve your confidence, but I actually think going live helps your confidence so much. If you can talk for like a lot of these lives end up being 20, 45 minutes. If you can talk off the cuff and articulate yourself for that long, you're going to force yourself to grow, force yourself to improve how you speak. And I know it definitely has for me. My initial lives, for anyone that struggles to like articulate themselves or public speak, my initial lives, I used to always use filler words. Like I'll be like, yeah, so whereas now I've improved, but I've only improved through doing the reps. And I'm by no means like a A-grade public speaker or an A-grade speaker. Like we're slowly improving, we're slowly doing the reps. There's always more you can go. I'm always learning. A genius is not someone who has all the answers. A genius is someone who asks the right questions and continues to learn, continues to perform, continues to get better. So yes, that is my answer. What's bone smashing? I actually don't even know fully. I know look smackers do this thing called bone smashing. It's like, I think they damage their face to like look better. I always think just instead of having to look smacks your way to success, just actually get into shape, show up for yourself, improve your self-talk, improve your confidence, make promises to yourself, keep them, impress yourself. I think that's the best way. That is the best way. Real self-growth, not fucking look smashing and smashing your bones. That's only going to get you so far. So yeah, and if anyone would like some help on their health and fitness journey, I give out free meal plans. So just message me the words meal plan and I will send them off to you just on Instagram. Just send off the words meal plan. Some said, thanks for your wisdom. Again, everything I talk about, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. Everything I talk about is things I've learned from coaches who I've invested in, mentors that I've invested in, courses I've invested in, everything, things that I've invested in that I then took on. Because I know whenever I put money into something, I have forced myself to learn. Whenever I first invested in a fitness coach, that completely changed me because I asked so many questions. I learned so much. I was forced to implement because of the fact I put a financial investment in myself. I would implement, I would get results, and I would learn that these things work. So that's actually how I've learned so much from doing that. You're a leader. You got this, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, we can all be leaders. We don't just need one big leader. I'm not a dictator. Well, you're doing amazing. We can feel that energy is real and pure. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. That's the reason I've done these lives, is because I wanted people to actually know who I actually am and understand who I am. Right now, we have about 20 people across all the lives. I go live on both TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at the same time. And one of the things that's annoying is, yes, when I make the content, people like follow my page, but they don't actually know who I am. They don't actually get to know me. Whereas when I do these lives, I can actually show the real me. And if anyone has any questions, I can just answer them. We can shoot the shit. And it just gives me that opportunity to help people as well. So yes, that is why I do these. Someone said, you're pretty cool, man. Just came from your video where you're on the floor in town. Ha ha ha. Yeah, brother. And that's it. And the reason I do those videos, it's as a reminder that whatever it is you want to do, however it is you want to transform, you can do it. There's nothing stopping you. Put yourself out there, go for it. If you want to start that fitness journey, do it. If you've been thinking about losing that weight, do it. If you've been thinking about going to that run club or going to the gym or doing that thing, do it. Stop thinking, start doing. As humans, we think too much and we act too little. And most other animals act too much and think too little. So yeah, I think by acting, we force ourselves out of our comfort zone. We force ourselves to then learn. And from that learning, we can always get better. But if you don't take action, you're never going to get better. You can't think your way out of anything. So yeah. Any questions, guys, let me know. We are just short of 100K on Instagram. So just another big thank you very much for everyone who has been supporting up until this point. Like really, really appreciate it. But as I say, when I hit 100K, I'm not a different person. Don't like look at me as anything like, oh my God, I can't do this guy. I'm still a regular person. And what you like anything that isn't me, I can lose. So like I'm not going to build my identity off I'm this big guy who has 100K. At the end of the day, I could lose followers as fast as I gain them. I could lose 10,000 followers. There's no point making a huge deal out of it. I'd rather make a huge deal out of the actual things that are proper wins. Like follower count at the end of the day, is it really that good? No, but one thing I did that really impressed myself was last week I spoke on a stage. I ran an event. I spoke on stage for hours. That was something that I would have been so afraid of. When I was in school, I remember the teacher would like go about and like asking people questions. When the teacher would go to me, I would literally sound like I was crying. Like I would find it so hard to talk. Um, and it was because I was just constantly thinking. I was thinking about the other people in the room. I was thinking, oh my God, this person's going to hear what I say, and I was just so afraid to be myself. And like being able to go from that to speaking in front of 75 people is insane. So, and that's more than any amount of followers will ever impress me. So yes, but again, as well, it's good to celebrate these milestones, but just don't get too caught up in the highs because then you'll get too drove down in the lows. You know, be a bit stoic about it. Don't let your emotions take over and get in the way. By the way, if anyone would like help on, I see there's a question on fitness, or if anyone would like help on their health and fitness journey, I give out free meal plans. So just message me on Instagram, meal plan, and I will send those meal plans straight to your inbox and you'll get sorted with them. Someone said, go to meal plan for abs to show while maintaining muscle growth. Brother, message me meal plan. I will send you off a meal plan. For anyone else on this, message me meal plan. I will send it off. Have you ever tried a stand-up performance? No, I've never tried like a stand-up performance in terms of comedy. Just the only time I properly public spoke is there last week when I went right in the deep end because I was running the event and I was speaking for hours on stage. But it was so good for your own self growth to do those things outside of your comfort zone. Right, last question, then we're gonna go. But as I answer this, if anyone does have any questions, ask them now or forever hold your peace. How did you manage training clients and in-person admin while spending time building an online presence? I presume you are or were in person. Yes, good question. I don't know how you pronounce your name. Kalinis. Kalinis? I believe that's how you pronounce it. 2 wee seconds. Shoot me a message on Instagram as well. I can get back in more detail, but I'm going to answer it here too, just for a bit of back and forth. So yes, and this goes for anyone that wants to like take on a second job or wants to like is like struggling with balancing out their time. So whenever I was like building my business, I was doing in person. I was working in person in a gym. I was working a full-time 9 to 5 job, and I was also doing my own training. So I was training 4 days a week at this point in my life. So I had full-time job, second job. I was having to eat my food, I was having to train, and then I was also growing my business and then also having to post on social media every single day. And the way I did it was I just stacked everything together and I just had to sacrifice certain things. Like I didn't scroll. Many people say, oh, I'm struggling with a routine, I'm struggling with time management. See, even if you just scroll for like even 30 minutes a day, that can really impact and really take you out of the task that you're meant to be doing, take you out of the focus that you're meant to have. Um Whenever any of my clients say, oh, I'm struggling with time management, first thing I say is, right, what's your screen time at? And sometimes people just need that call out. So that was one of the things I did. I stopped scrolling. So then instead of having to be reliant on watching content, I actually got dopamine from making content. So then I would make content every day instead of watching content every day. I just completely removed my cycle from having to watch it to making it. And then also as a turn that helped people, it helped grow my business because clients joined because of that. Um so yes, and like I would just do like I would do a lot of my replies, like even to just people that I know, and a lot of my calls I would be walking from one job to the other. I just had to stack everything together. I had to be very efficient. I would have woke up the same time and went to bed the same time each day, even in the weekends, because that's where I would get time back. So whatever it is you want to do, you can do it if you are serious enough about it. Like, and if you're willing to make the sacrifice and sacrifice a few nights out here and there, sacrifice like a wee bit of rest time where you're sitting and watching TV. I didn't really watch any TV during this phase. That's the whole point. It's a sacrifice. If it was easy, everyone would have it, but not everyone has it because it's hard to get. But that's what makes it worthwhile. So yes, I can send you off what my Google Calendar is looking like the whole day, and everything was planned. So I would know at the start of the week, the days I'm training, I would know the food I'm eating. The food would be already pre-prepped, so I would have no time to fuck about there. Gym in place, food in place, knowing what I need to do, calendar set up, so rough, okay, I need to get this done this day and this done this day. And then just whenever I am working, being completely efficient at work, not having notifications on, not having my phone belling every 2 seconds. Like, all those things are going to give you more focus, which allows you to do more stuff. So yes, I hope that has helped. Shoot me a message on Instagram, and I can get back in a wee bit more detail as well. James, I've seen you've messaged Meal Plan onto the chat. If you just send that to me on Instagram, so if you send me the message Meal Plan on Instagram, I will send you off some free meal plans, and that's for anyone else on this here live that would like a meal plan sent over to them. So yes, so like a checklist of what needs done each day. So yeah, you could do it in a checklist, or you can use Google Calendar. Like, sometimes I actually use checklists, sometimes I use Google Calendar. I actually have a bit of a mix. I use Google Calendar plus a checklist. So I'll have on Google Calendar like what I'm doing during like this 4-hour block, and then I might have a checklist of like during this 4-hour block, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. Really depends. I was less reliant on Google Calendar. It was less specific when I was working in my job, because like they kind of tell you what to do. So again, it depends, my brother. It really depends. Right, last few questions, then we're going to shoot. I just struggle with my savings really bad. I'm actually close to being evicted because of it. Slipdog, unfortunately, I cannot help you with your savings, but if you have time to get a second job, go for it. Get the second job. You're on TikTok right now. Get off TikTok. Start applying for more jobs. Apply for a better paid job. Remember, do not point the finger at the system. Three fingers point back at you. You have complete control over this, so you need to do something about this. If you're scared of being evicted, use that fear to light a fire up your ass and go for the thing that you need. So yes, you're here on TikTok. You're probably scrolling before you came across this live. Here's a reminder: get off this app and do the shit you need to be doing. This is for everyone. Get off this app and do the stuff you need to be doing. Eat the food that's going to serve you. If you need some meal plans, send me the master meal plan. I'll send them off. Go to the gym, do the things that are going to serve you and serve the future version of you, instead of just looking at the short-term gratification. Some said, ironically, find this live by scrolling for hours. Exactly. If you've been scrolling for ages, or even scrolling, then you find this live, this is a reminder that you have more potential than you think, and you should probably tap in and go for that potential and reach that potential. So yes, boxers are briefs all the way, brother. 100%. Boxers. What? Boxers? No chance. Pokane, if you want a meal plan, you need to go to Instagram and send me the message meal plan, and I will send that off. I will give you a hand. I love how you showed how everyone just has their own little world, and there's nothing to be afraid of going out to society, my brother. I really appreciated that. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you for sending the message. And the whole point of those videos, it's not just to lie on the floor. It's not just to give a hug. It's to show you people that the things you want to do, the person you want to be, how you want to transform, just get up and go for it. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for the right people. Stop waiting for the right environment. Stop waiting until this is in check or until the stars are in line. Just go for it now. Stop. So most people know what they need to do. They just end up like opening TikTok and then scrolling just to distract themselves. Sit in the boredom. Do the thing you need to do. Go for it. If you want to get in the best shape of your life, go for it. What's stopping you? You can blame lack of information. ChatGPT is free. Most of the time, the reason people aren't moving forward is because of accountability. And I know when I couldn't get into shape, it was because of accountability. And once I hired a coach, that's what completely changed my life. And even just to help you guys out for free, as I said, I'll give you meal plans for free. If you want the free meal plan, just send me the message meal plan and I'll send it off. And we can already see you transforming in the right direction. James, thank you very much. Appreciate that. So yes, folks, we are going to shoot off. Thank you so much for helping me to get 100K, guys. Again, I want to do all I can to give back. So if anyone would like a free meal plan to help them out on their health and their fitness journey, just send me the words meal plan. I'm going to go for a run now and just get my daily exercise in, then get my food in, and then get back to work. So folks, thank you very much. If anyone needs anything, just send me a message on Instagram. I will get back to them. Obviously, just slow responses because there's so many coming in. And yeah, guys, message me meal plan if you would like a meal plan, and I'll do all I can to help. Thank you very much, folks. All the best. See you all later. Instagram, thank you very much. If you would like a meal plan, send me the message meal plan. Goodbye. YouTube, thank you very much.